Hello everyone, it's me. Your caretaker? Question mark? Since technically you're Baldrat. Today we're doing ASMR. I've never done ASMR. It's gonna be a wild ride. I'm only going to be doing it for about an hour, and after that I'll end the stream. I will have to go in the middle of it to like heat up some rice and stuff because I'm making food right now because it's poorly timed. Kind of didn't realize it when I started cooking that it was going to be ready when I was streaming. So about like about 19 minutes from now I'll have to go for, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes just to like heat up rice. Maybe a little later because rice takes like 15 minutes. Yeah, maybe a bit later. Anyway. POV, you are Baldrat. Hello, Bebop. Welcome. Let's start. I might end a bit earlier than the hour into the ASMR and then just like talk normally because I don't know how awkward this will be. Because again, I never done this before. It's gonna be something. Hi, Bebop. Alright. Also, just to like say things, words. I am Baldrat. Actually, you are Baldrat. You're my little Baldrat. It's supposed to be soft spoken, so I'll try to. I don't know how to make my voice too softer than this. So this might be like kind of what I'm saying, kind of what I'm talking like. Okay. Hopefully this is soft enough, question mark. I'm not sure what the level of softness is here. Holy moly, that's a big hair in the face. Hi Bumble, POV, you are Baldrat, and Baldrat is small. So, you know, this is what it looks like when I come up to him. This is what it looks like when I go kiss him. Good boy. So I decided on this one because, you know, sure, it's me. I'm in the wrong account. Hi, Irritorum. I got excited it was Bumble, but now I can be excited that it's you, so it's okay. Anyway, POV, you're bolder. I will probably break character sometimes. I hope that's okay. I do break character when I'm with Baldra anyway. One thing that I wasn't sure about though, it was whether I should keep like the piano playing in the background, because I know some people don't like that during ASMR. I don't know if I like that. I never really thought about it, so I wasn't quite sure. So it might just be like me talking for a million years. Baldrat likes jazz. Play jazz. That's not very relaxing though. Oh yeah, it's the ASMR stream. Yeah. You're my little Baldrat. I have him here with me, by the way, so we can get some realistic sounds, maybe, but at the same time, he's just kind of sleeping, so I feel bad. So, yeah. Again, it's gonna be maybe an hour. I might stop before that. I might drop it at the like 30-minute mark, just because I'm not very good at ASMR. So yeah, hopefully this is soft spoken enough. I'm not the best at being the talking, doing the talking is what I mean. So we'll see. Alright, let's get to it, I guess. How do ASMR start even? They just kinda go like, they tippy tap. Can you hear this? Can you hear that? That's me being a little scremlin. Alright, here, okay. First I gotta take you out the cage, so I go. Oh, you can't hear that. Wait. You can maybe kinda hear that. I don't know if you could. I was scrumbling the cage. Anyway, come here, my little bald rat. Oh, you're so bald. You're a good little bald boy. I have to crank the game probably for a lot of this. No, I think we're okay. I'm not gonna be doing any like detailed work or anything. I'm just gonna be talking for the most part. Maybe I'll try to get some bald sounds in here, but he's sleeping, so I don't want to wake him up. I mean, I don't want to wake you up. You're a little bald rat, aren't you? You're you're my little man. You're my little man. There you go. What a sweet little rat. You are such a good rat. And you're so bald. How do you get so bald? How do you get so bald, little man? Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Oh, a little scrummy of the other rats. Can you burger now? No, bold boy. You've had too many burgers so far. You've had too many burgers today. You've already had 3 burgers and 4 little dog bones, and you even had a little cat chip. It's not very good for you, bold boy. You cannot have any more. That's not good. That's not good at all. So you're not gonna get any more burgers for now. Maybe later. Maybe later, but right now I just want you to relax and be a little rat and be a good boy. Riot. Boltrap would never riot. Actually, he would. He's a little scrummy guy. He gets really upset sometimes. Oh, you climbing into my sleeve, little man? Yeah, you wanna get in there? You wanna sleep there like in a little hammock? Aw. Oh yeah? Oh, okay, I see. You're just trying to get your little hammock time in my sleeve. I'm gonna just put my little paw down so you can do that. Maybe you could climb on the table, perhaps. Yes. Okay. No, you don't want that. That's okay. You can take a couple steps back. Oh, yeah, you can turn around too. That's fine. Maybe you can leave the sleeve if you'd like. I mean, you are a little rat. You are a tiny little rat, but oh, okay. You're staying right there. You're staying right in my sleeve right here. Okay, that's fine too. You can. I'll pet you a little bit. Can I pet the microphone? How does this sound? What a good boy. Burger in here. No. No burger. Not yet. I'll give you a burger later, okay? You can't have burger yet. You need to rest. You're a sleepy boy. I do not know how you do it, but you are always so sleepy. I do not know how you get so sleepy, bald boy, but it is concerning. And I think you have a sleep problem. And maybe you should go to Sleepers Anonymous. What was that? SA, I guess. An SA meeting. That could work. Maybe they would cure your little sleep problem. You are much too sleepy. You are very cute, bold boy. You are very cute. So I will let you get away with it for now. For now though. Not for long. You know, I really love you, bold boy, okay? You're a good rat. You are a very good rat. And ever since I took you home that one fateful day when that man brought you in. Remember that, bold boy? When that man brought you in? I was working? Yeah? No? Okay, I'll remind you. You were a tiny man. Yes, just like you are now, but a bit tinier. Okay? You're very small. You were about approximately about 3 or 4 months old, So you weren't like super tiny, but you were pretty small. And a strange man came in. Remember that? Yeah. And he brought you in with a girl. Yeah, and she was about maybe like 4 weeks. She was very small. She was tiny. And he complained. Well, Dad, he complained about you. I know that's very hard to believe because I love you so much. But he complained about you. And he said, do you know what he said, Bold Boy? No? No, you don't remember? That's okay. He said, Bold Boy, and listen closely. He said that you didn't make babies. And that was a problem. And so he gave you away because you couldn't make babies. He told me that he was interested to know what would happen if a bold boy and a furry girl had babies, but you couldn't because you know, bold boy, you can't have kids. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I'm sorry you had to find out this way. You can't have kids. What is that? 1 second. I will finish this soon. Hello, Doodle. Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you very much for the raid and the spam. Thank you, Cabal, for the for the host. We're doing ASMR right now. Why can't he have kids? Why can't we have kids? You can have kids, I don't give a shit, but Boldrat can't have kids. I'm ready to be Boldrat. Spam just for you, thank you. So for anyone who wasn't here at the very... Oh yeah, that's the picture of when Boldrat... That was when I met Boldrat. People, could you post that picture again? Howdy, I see you're balding now. Yeah, this is an ASMR stream. Okay, so Bold Boy, that's the picture of when I met you. That's the picture of when we met. Do you see that, Bold Boy? Yeah? That's when I saw you for the first time. You had a little moon on your face. Yeah, and you had your face was a bit fuzzy. Yeah, I remember. You're not very fuzzy now. You're super bald. But you were about 4 months old. You were very small and cute. You're still very small and cute, but you were even smaller. And he told me, the man that brought you in, he told me that you can't have kids. Why did he ask me if I was 18 plus? Because my stream is 18 plus. Old man Boldrat. Yeah, you are old now, Bold Boy, but that's okay. I love you anyway. And he told me that you never had kids. And we have tried to have children since then, haven't we, Boldrat? Not you and I, but you and Stella. And it never worked out, so I don't think you can have kids, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Boldrat was not safe for work. Oh, he is a little pepiness. And Boldrat, you're my little Boldrat, that's true. It's true. You're a little bold boy. And I saw you, and at that time, you know, I want someone to talk to me and look at me, carefree like here does for Boldrat. Hatsuki Moon. I do love Boldrat very much. And at that time, Boldrat, you know who I had back home? I had your brother. I had Popcorn living with me at that time. And I don't know if you know this, but I only took Popcorn in because he was injured. He was injured and because the other rats bullied him. Do you know this, Boldrat? No? Well, now you know. I took him in and I treated him and he got better. And then I tried to give him away. I know this is shocking for you, Boldrat. It's okay to be angry, okay? It's okay to be upset with me. But I never gave him away. I just had so many sweet rats already. And I couldn't take care of many more because I didn't have room, Bold Boy. You understand? So it wasn't very plausible. So I tried to give him away to many people, but nobody wanted him. You see? Because Poppycorn, he's a good rat, but not many people want rats. So I had to keep him. And when I saw you, Bold Boy, you know what I thought? I thought, well, at least now Poppycorn will have a little older brother. Yeah, and that's when I fell in love with you, little man. And I took you home with me that faithful day. I sent pictures to Bebop, and I asked him, "Can I keep this little guy?" And Bebop said, "He is beautiful. Take him home." Hello, Ketchup. And then I took you home in a... What did I take you home in? I took you home in a little carrier, I believe, that I took from the store. Because for anyone who doesn't know, and by that I mean Baldrat. Baldrat, if you didn't know, I used to work at a pet shop. That's where I saw you. That's where the man came in. and I took a carrier and I put some stuff in there, and I put you in there at the end of the day when I was going home, and I put you in there, and you were very nervous. You were a very nervous little boy, and I know you are still nervous, but we worked on it. So I took you home. We took the metro. You probably don't remember this, Bold Boy, but we did take the metro. It was very noisy, and I know how much you hate noise, so I'm very sorry for that, but I do not own a car, and it was the only way. It was, I believe, March? I think it was March when I took you home, sweet boy. It was March 2020, I think. Just about as the pandemic was starting up. And it was the most wonderful decision I have ever made, taking you home, because you are very loved. Very loved. I give you many snacks, yes, very many rat burgers just for you. But we took the metro, and then we took the train, and then I walked with you home about 20 minutes, and it was cold, and I am sorry that it was cold. You did get a little sneezy, and you are a little sneezy boy, and you never stop being sneezy. That's true, but it's okay. I love you no matter what. I love you unconditionally, Bold Boy, okay? Okay. And then I introduced you to your brother, to Popcorn. And at first you were a little aware. You were like, "Who is this? Who is this man in my house?" And Popcorn went, "Oh, I do not know who this is." But after a little bit, you became bruggers. Okay? Do you remember that, when you became bruggers and you loved each other ever since? Do you remember when Popcorn used you as a little stand, and you used him as a hat? And you've been using him as a pillow ever since, yes? You know that, Bold Boy. You do that all the time. You use your brother as a pillow all the time. So you can't really forget that, unless you're too sleepy, which happens quite often. You are a sleepy boy, but that is the story of how I took you home. I don't know if you remember that. You probably don't. But that is the story of how I took you home, and you've been with me ever since, every day, and I pet you, and you are very sweet. You're my sweet little man. Who's my sweet little man? Who's my sweet little man? You are. You're my sweet little man. That's right. And you got a little sick a couple times, and I know you are ill right now, but that's okay, and I love you, okay? You're a good boy, and even though you're a little sick, even though you're a bit bald, it's okay. It's okay to be the way you are, okay? And then, do you know what happened after I took you home, Bold Boy? Oh, 1 second. There you are, a little older, sleeping on your brother. That's how you use him, as a little pillow. That's after we got you the new cage. Do you remember when I got you the new cage? Do you want me to tell you the story of how I got you the new cage? I'll tell that story. Don't worry about that. Don't be antsy. It's okay. It's alright. I will first tell you how you were when. Oh, my food! Alright, remember when I said that I would have to go for a bit to make some rice? This is it. This is it. I'll give it 5 more minutes, okay? I'll give it 5 more. Actually, I'll give it 10 more minutes. No, actually, I'll give it more than that. Because rice only takes 15 minutes. Right, bold boy? Yeah, rice only takes about 15 minutes. So I'll go in 20. 20 should be plenty. Okay, so I'll set a little timer for 20 minutes. I'll set a timer for 20 minutes, okay? And then I'll continue the story time. Don't worry, bold boy. I know you like your story time. But I'll set a little timer, okay? So when I brought you home, sweet boy, you were so scared you would not be on me, on my lap or anything, without peeing and pooping all over the place because of how scared you were. I have no clue where you came from. I have no clue what that man has done to you. But you were safe at that time. And you still are safe with me. But you were so scared and you didn't like it. But after a couple of weeks, you warmed up. Yeah, and you remember? You were a good boy and we persisted. And now we are bonded for life. Yes. And now you love nothing more than to hang out in my tiny little sleeve, don't you? Don't you, little man? Now, the only thing that I could do without is you pushing me away when I try to give you a smooch. You know how you use all of your rat might and rat strength when I try to give you a smooch and you push me away with your tiny little paws? I would be happy if you stopped doing that, because I just want to give you a smooch on the snoot. Just a little smooch, but you hate them. I do not know why you hate my smooches so much. But bold boy, I just want to give you a little kiss to make sure you know how much I love you. Why would you push away a smooch? I do not understand, but you are my little boy, so it's okay, my little man. Anyway, the story about the cage. So when I brought you home first, I had this tiny little cage. It was very small. I don't think anything should live in it for a long time. I only had it for about a week because that's where Poppycorn was staying before I got you. And I believe I got you about a week after I got Popcorn. Yeah, he was staying in that temporary cage because I bought it for him so he could just stay there for a little bit when he got better, and then I could give him away to someone nice. But as you know, that never happened, so I had to put you in there with him. You were there for a little bit, and then one time at work, you don't know this story, Boulder. I've never told you this story. But when I was at work this one time, a lady came in and she had 3 rat girls. And she said, I just got a cat. That cat doesn't get along with the rats, so I have to give the rats away. So she gave the rats away to the pet shop. We took care of them. We were very nice. And we talked to her. We talked to her about the rats and we talked to her about everything. And she really loved the rats. And it turns out that she got a Sphinx cat, a second Sphinx cat, mind you. The first Sphinx cat was okay with the rats at first, but the second Sphinx cat didn't like them and it tried to attack them and it was not nice. And she told us that the cat cost a lot of money, so she had to get rid of the rats, which I thought was kind of sad. Giving away, one pet for another. I think it's a bit irresponsible. But at the same time, I guess I understand her decision, but that's kind of beside the point. And then we talked to her some more, and she asked us if anyone would like to buy the cage that the girls lived in. And at first, one of my co-workers, she fell in love with one of the rats, and she told her how she would take her home and her sister, and how she would buy the cage and everything. And they were there for me like 30 minutes just kind of talking about it. But my coworker was very fickle, and she decided not to take them. And I thought that was kind of wrong of her. I think she shouldn't have gotten the lady's hopes up. But that does not concern you, sweet boy, so don't worry about it, okay? Anyway, so after that, my coworker decided not to get the rats and the cage, but I thought, hey, I have two kind boys at home, and they do need a bigger cage, and this one is much cheaper compared to what you find online for what it is. And so I talked to her about it because I had her number from my coworker, and I called her and I was like, hello, this is Hair from that one shop. Listen, I have two sweet boys at home, and I would really appreciate if I could get the cage. And she went, okay, that is good. When can I drop it off? So I left her some money with my store manager, or I guess supervisor, I'm not sure. And I told them what to do. I told them how much there is. It was sealed and everything. So when I wasn't there, she dropped the cage off, she got the money, and she left. But then I couldn't really take the cage home myself, you see? It was much too big to drag across the city all the way back home. So I had to call Father Hare, and I had to plead with him to take the cage home for me with his car. And he didn't really want to at first, but he eventually did it. So we got you the big cage. And do you know the hammock that you love so much? The little black and red one? Yeah, the one that you sleep on literally 95% of the day. That one was made by the lady. Yeah, it was handmade. It was hand sewn by the lady, and originally it was for the girls that she gave away. It was for the girls because she thought someone would buy the girls along with the cage. And I thought that was really sad. I thought that was very, very sad when she told me that. But she let me keep it, and I know it's your favorite thing in the world. You do not like any other hammocks. I have tried multiple hammocks. I don't know if you remember, Bold Boy, but I have bought you many other hammocks, and you never liked them. you even have two hammocks in your cage right now, Bold Boy, but you only sleep. You only use that handmade one. You never use the other one. The other one is really nice. It's new and blue, but maybe you just like black and red, or maybe you can feel the love. I don't know. Maybe it's softer. But you only sleep on that one. You love it so much. And whenever I clean it, Bold Boy, whenever I clean that hammock and you can't use it for a bit, you get so upset. You get so cranky. You're very silly, you know. You get so cranky. And then I can't, I always clean it, and you can't have it for about a day or two until it dries. And usually you hide in the little straw hide. You don't have it right now because I want to replace it, because the one that you used to have was very stinky. It was stinky, and you ate half of it somehow. So I don't want you to use that one anymore, and I promise I will get you a new little house to hide in when you don't have your hammock. Okay? but you would always hide in there and be very angry about it. But then whenever I give you the hammock back, you would be in there within like 30 minutes. So silly. You're such a silly little man. You're such a silly little rat. You are the best rat in the world. Do you know that? Do you know that, sweet boy? I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know. Yeah. So that is the story of how I got you the cage. And remember when I tried to introduce you to it's not really your brother, maybe like a half brother? He came from the same guy. Nakey Rat. I don't know if you remember, but the story of how I got Nakey Rat is almost the same. The same man came in and I wasn't there that day though, but it was the same man, and he came in. He would drop off rats at the store like all the time. We don't know what he was doing, but okay. And at this point, he dropped off Nakey Rat, who didn't really have a name at that time. But Nakey Boy. I don't know if we have a visual. Anyway, he dropped him off, and I thought, oh, what a sweet boy. And I decided to take him home. I decided to introduce him to all of you. He was maybe 4 or 5 months. I think he was older than you. He's small. He's a bit smaller than you, and he's a Dumbo, and he's got little fluff on his back. And he's pink instead of grayish purple. Still don't understand that color, Bold Rat, but you were born that way, and I love you anyway. And after a couple days, I took Nakey home, and I tried to introduce you very slowly, but it didn't seem to be working too well. So I waited a bit, I kept doing it, and after a little, I put Nakey Rat in with you and Poppycorn in the cage, and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I thought maybe that would work. It didn't. There he is. There's my little Nakey boy. He's a little fuzzy. He was younger, so he was fuzzier at that time. He's not that fuzzy anymore. But he's still a little fuzzy. And I put him in with you for a day, and he kept fighting. He was a very fighty rat. He was angry at the world. He didn't like anyone, and my mistake was thinking that he could love you. And he feels like pudding when you hold him. He does. And when I tried to introduce you, he bit you in the back. Hello. He bit you in the back, which is actually pretty normal for rats. You probably know this, Bulja, because you are a rat. But he bit you in the back, and he bit Poppycorn near the cheek. And after that, I separated you because I was thinking that it was clearly not going to work. So I separated you, and it got infected a bit, if you remember that, and we had to like squeeze the pus out. It's really nasty. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I took you to the vet, and then I treated you and Poppycorn, and you got better eventually, but you still have a little scar. You can't see it because it's on your back, and you can't reach there, but you do have a little scar there, sweet boy. But you still look lovely. Don't worry, you are beautiful inside and out, no matter how many scars. And after that, I tried to get Scoop, if you remember that big rat. Yeah, he was a big feeder rat that had fleas, and he was blind. And I'm pretty sure he was he was partially blind, likely, and he might have been partially deaf too. He was an old boy, and I tried to introduce him to you, but at that point you and Poppycorn were tired, and you wouldn't accept another rat. So I tried to introduce Nikki and Scoop, but that didn't work either. Scoop was too big, and Nikki was too intimidated. You see? So that didn't really work. So I had to give Scoop away. I did give Scoop away to a co-worker, and as far as I know, he has passed since then because he was very old, and it's been about a year. And I think he was about 2 years old at that time. So that doesn't concern you, Bold Boy, though, so that's okay. You don't even have to worry. You can just dream, okay? You can just close your eyes and sleep. That's fine. And after that whole thing, I thought, okay, what do I do with Nikki? And the last resort was getting him a younger brother, because older brothers didn't work. He didn't like older brothers. So what if, I thought to myself, what if he was the oldest brother? And I went back to the pet shop to see if the man has dropped off any other rats. And to my luck, he has. And that's how he got Zip. That's how he got Zip, sweet boy. I know you don't know Zip, but he is a kind little possum man. Okay, he's got a carpet on his tum-tum, and he's weird. I don't even know if he's a rat, honestly, but we love him anyway. And I got Zip when he was a small boy. He was about maybe 2-3 months. He was a bit smaller than you when I got you. And I introduced Zip and Nikki, and it kind of worked. But Nikki kept bullying him. Oh, there he is. But you can't see his fuzziness that well. But that's him. That's Mr. President. And Nikki kept bullying Zip. I thought it could stop after Zip was a bit older, but it didn't that much. Zip was fine for the most of it. He only has gotten one bigger injury. So you don't have to worry, Bold Boy, okay? You don't have to worry about Zip. He's alright, especially now. But once he did get a bigger injury, he got a little slit on his tummy, and I had to disinfect it. I had to make sure it wasn't gonna get worse, but it never did. It healed very nicely, and he's okay. But he kept getting bullied, and he kept screaming a lot. So after a couple months after I moved, I decided that I didn't want Zip to get bullied. You remember that? No? You did sniff him once. And Anita was there. That time was during New Year's. About maybe 4 or 5 months after I got Zip. Me and Anita went to a pet shop here because I couldn't really think of any bad solution. I could have gone to a breeder, this is true, but I just wanted to make sure that Zip was alright because I couldn't really think of another solution, and I thought maybe if I got him another younger brother, it would get better. And that's how we got Baby Boy. That's how we got Baby Rat. And he's a very kind rat. You smell him every once in a while because I bring you up to his cage and I bring him up to your cage sometimes. He's the rat with the baby smell, if you know which one that is. He's the youngest one. And Anita and I got him, and Anita and I named him too. And sorry, I lost my track of thought. And that's how we got him. And at first, it wasn't going all too well. Nikki tried to bully baby boy, and nothing serious happened, thankfully. Excuse me. He only got one bigger injury, just like Zip did. You remember, like the one on his tummy? So I treated that too. It was okay. He healed very well. And as time went on, Nikki got less and less aggressive and less territorial. So I think eventually it just worked out. It got better after about a month of having baby rat here. I think having two rats to deal with was a bit much for him, and he's calmed down a lot since then. He doesn't even bite me anymore. He used to bite me sometimes when he got really frustrated or angry, but he doesn't anymore. He's a good rat. He's a very good rat now, Bold Boy. Oh, here's my alarm. Okay, Bold Boy, you know what that means. I gotta go make some rice real quick. So if you would just give me 5 minutes, I'll play the piano again, okay? If you give me 5 minutes, I'll just go make some rice, okay, sweet boy? Alright. I love you very much. Now, I'm sorry to wake you up. I know you are sleeping right now, but I gotta do this. You can wait here. Do not worry, I will return, okay? Come on. Get out. Get out of the sleeve. I know you don't want to because it is warm in there. Hello, Anita. I'm about to make rice. But you must. Okay, good job. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to make some rice. Do not fret. I will return. Okay. Hello, bold boy. I am back. I am making the rice. I'm not sure how to work this stove yet because it is electric, and I'm used to a gas stove. But hopefully it'll be okay. Okay. Worst case scenario, it's a little burnt. I set the timer for 15 minutes. I will talk to you for 15 more minutes, okay? And then I have to eat because I have not had any lunch or dinner yet. So I will do 15 more minutes of a little story time for you, bold boy. Just a little bit. And then I will let you sleep. Okay? Sounds fair? Okay. Now, where was I? I was talking about Baby Rat. If you remember. Baby boy. He's a good man. He's a good little man. There you are, bold boy. There you are, sleeping on me. Oh, you're so cute. Do you know how cute you are, bold boy? You are the most adorable being in the universe. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Back in the pocket you go. Back in the pocket you go. Now, other story time. I do not have that many story times with you anymore, bold boy. I did take you outside once, but you didn't like it. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember, bold boy, but I did take you outside on the garden once, back when I used to live where I grew up, because we had a nice garden. And I took you outside during a cloudy day, so your eyes wouldn't hurt too much. And I took you and Popcorn out, actually. My dog was out there, Carrie. I don't think you remember. She's a little black and white dog. But she was out there and she's used to you. She sniffed you and stuff. But when I put you on the grass, and I put you and Popcorn on the grass, Popcorn went adventuring and stuff. But you kept climbing my legs. You did not want to be on the grass at all. You were so scared. You did not like it, bold boy. I don't know if you remember this, but you were such a little scaredy rat. But that's okay. I love you even if you're scared of the unknown, okay? You must remember this, bold rat. If I'm ever away, you must remember that I love you very much. No matter what and no matter where, okay? But you were on the grass, and okay, we're good. You were on the grass, and whenever I stood up to go, you followed me. And then you tried to climb me. So eventually I just sat down. And let you just kind of hang out with me while Poppycorn did his thing. And it was very funny to me because you were like a little baby. You were like a tiny little baby. But you're no baby now, little man. You're a big, strong, older guy. And I still love you very much. Even more, actually. Even more every day. But that's a memory I like to think about sometimes. And I also really like it when you climb my sleeve whenever I return, because you are so scared. And I hope that you love me also, and that's why you want to climb me. You are a good rat, bold boy. You are the goodest rat in the world. And I don't think many people realize that you are a very good rat. And I don't think many people realize how much I truly do love you so much. So much, bold boy. I would do anything for you. That's why I got you the nicer cage, and that's why I spoil you every day. And that's why I'm holding your paws right now. Your tiny little paws. I'm holding both of them. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to be holding your paws right now. Thank you so much for letting me hold your paws. I know how sleepy you are. I know how sleepy you are, but you still let me hold your paws, and that's very kind of you. We'll give you a little smooch, okay? Mwah. Good rat. Good rat. Very precious paws. I know you don't like it when I wake you up when you're sleeping, but I just wanna touch your face a little bit. Just pet you on the snoot for a bit, okay? Just a little bit. And remember, Boldrat, remember when Bebop was here and we took you on the bed so you could adventure a bit, and you were scared for about 2 or 3 weeks before you got comfortable enough to snooze? Remember that? That happened recently, Bold Boy. I hope you remember that. And eventually, after a while, you got comfortable enough to sleep. And you slept in the blankets. You slept inside the blankets, yes. You slept in the little crawl space between the mattress and the bed frame. That's where your brother slept most of the time. He curled up in there real good. He really liked it. Liked it there. But you, Bold Boy, you liked the warmer places. You would go under the blanket, you would go under the comforter, and under the little bed sheets too. But eventually, Bold Boy, eventually you found out that you liked sleeping on my pillow. So you would sleep on the pillow a lot, but you would get too cold, so then you would switch between the pillow and the comforter. Do you remember that? That just happened like a month ago. You better remember that, okay? You better know what I'm talking about. And then sometimes I would take a nap, and you would take a nap next to me. Remember that one day, sweet boy? Do you remember that one day when I was taking a nap and you curled up right next to me so you could steal my body heat? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. And then sometimes you would sleep right next to my legs or next to me, or sometimes, oh, you know what you would do sometimes? Sometimes you would sleep right on top of my foot. you would put your head and your paws on my foot, and you would sleep like that, like using my foot as a little pillow. You've done that maybe 3 times, Bold Boy, and it's very silly. Makes me do a little giggle every time. Every time. But you are very sweet, you know, and I love you very much, so it's okay. I do not mind when you do these things. What I do mind is when you piss all over me. That's not good. That I really, you know, you've been a lot better about it in the recent year or so. But you used to piss all over me all the time. Like all the time, Bold Boy, okay? It wasn't good. And I know you feel guilty about it. And it's okay. I know sometimes you just can't hold it. Lord knows I have that issue too. Not like that when I piss on people, but you know. And you've been good about it though. And sometimes I put you in the cage just to go, you know, just to do your business. And you go do your business, and then I take you back out, and then you're a good boy. Do you want a little burger? Here, hey, don't freak out, okay? I know you always wake up when I do this, but I have a little burger for you. Oh, you're excited, aren't you? Just a little burger? Yeah, do you want one? Yeah. You're so excited. Come on. Come out. Yeah, there you go. You can eat it in peace, okay? Oh, you're breathing. It's no good. But you know no antibiotics work. You gonna eat your burger? Good boy. Look at you go, eating your little burger. You're so good. You're such a good boy, aren't you? Who's my good boy? Who's my good boy? Yeah. There, I give you a little. I'll give you a little pet, okay? Good. Good. Okay, I will close. The burgers now. Okay, and I'll put them away, and I'll give you another burger soon, though. Okay? Okay. All right, we're about at the 1 hour mark. So I think this is all I have in me for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I do have to eat soon because as I said, I haven't eaten much today because I slow cooking. 1 hour of being Baldrat. Yeah, that's how I treat Baldrat all the time. I hope you enjoyed it. I've never done ASMR before. I am wondering if this would be like a thing that you would like more sometimes. I don't know. I'm not good at ASMR, I don't think. But maybe that's like a thing for the future also. It's really good? Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm happy about that. I just don't know like what ASMR is, but maybe if I just get over me being awkward. I love the story time. Those are all real stories, by the way. I didn't make them up. That's actually how everything happened. So yeah, I'm gonna eat soon. I'm making some chicken curry, slow cooked with rice. So maybe I'll do ASMR every once in a while. I just need to know what to do because I wasn't sure. Anyway, I don't know if I should raid just in case someone fell asleep. And I don't think I have anyone like super calm to raid, but at the same time I always like raiding. Maybe I can raid someone in the ASMR category actually. So let me see if someone is doing ASMR. Well, you know, obviously someone is making ASMR, but I'll take a look. And I'll just raid someone random. And hopefully they'll be good. So you can continue being relaxed. Okay. Oh gosh. These are all e-girls. I've never seen so many e-girls in one place. Oh my god. Oh wow. Alright, I'm gonna read the one VTuber that I see here. I'm gonna read that one. And not that I care that much about like, you know, VTuber or real streamer, but I am hyper fixated on VTubers right now, so just gonna do that. So here's the raid. Hopefully you like their ASMR stream too. And thank you everyone for showing out. I didn't think this would be something you would like too much, so I'm pretty surprised, but pretty content. So thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow for Resident Evil. Quite the contrast, but yeah. Okay, goodbye.